Hey, I'm Serena Andrews, and this is a very special edition of Live from the Closet, in which much of it will not actually be in my closet, but in my apartment. But I am rehearsing with a special guest this week and next week, and it's going to be awesome. This is Brian. Hello.
Hi.
So, I'm just making some brain food. And a lot of friggin' coffee.
Yes, coffee is the most important part of all of this. We're arranging a live set to play live with, getting the track sounding good, just sitting around, playing sounds.
So, I just wanted to share with you a little bit of the process over the next 2 weeks that we're going through, transferring all of my songs from how I put them into Ableton Live in order to create the actual recording, to turn them into songs for live performance in Ableton Live. And we are not going to show you everything, but I'll show you a bunch of tips and tricks as to how we're getting these tracks from one type of a format to another, and how we're collaborating.
It's very exciting, very exciting stuff.
We're working on this song, Being Okay, off of, it's on Phoenix, and this came first. I'm just going to move this screen out of the way. And I'm in Ableton, and I'm in the Being Okay project. So basically, how I did it for the record was an arrange mode, which is like everything in the timeline. And then there's also a clip view where everything is broken into clips, which you can trigger individually. And they're like little snippets of the song. And then these are the MIDI notes themselves. So up here are several clips of drum beats that I programmed myself with these MIDI notes, and these are different variations of them. And then here are some clips that were available through Ableton. So when you toggle back and forth into the arrange mode, there is the programmed drums that I did and the percussion tracks that I showed you the little clips of. Here's how they're arranged and organized in the whole scope of the song. So you're seeing here the beginning of the song, the end of the song. My vocal tracks are up here, and I've arranged those clips in an order.
Very exciting stuff.
Grabbed all these little sections from the song that already exists, and we're just cutting them up right now and putting them into something that we can use live.
Sitting around, playing sounds.
So I'm going to try to get a cool synth sound in addition to these cool synth sounds, which he is rocking out hardcore over here. And I'm going to try to map it to my keyboard from my computer, and then he'll play like the bass lines and some of the sounds that we're hearing right now. So I'm going to get snapping with that. See you in a minute. I'm assigning sounds to this controller by getting into the MIDI mapping menu, which is connected via this USB cable to my keyboard, and I'm sending all of the sounds to this little section here on the right. I haven't picked the sounds out yet, but I want this one to be on the second pad on the top row. Hit that, and it should have highlighted here that that pad now knows this channel belongs to it. And I'll get out of the MIDI menu, and then I'm just going to rename this for the next song in the set. I already did the one we're working on, which is Being Okay. I'm just going to Control R to rename, and then type in what I want that to be, which will be The Dreams. Just like that. So now I'm like basically at the point where I've added a couple of sounds. I added a piano sound and I added a whirly sound. And you can see that I've selected over here the first track. That's that first pad can be triggered. It also has a volume control down here. You can see that I've also selected that, and that is going to be controlled by the first volume control fader here. So like you can see that it knows that the whirly sound that I chose is being controlled by this fader. If I get out of MIDI mode here and I just select this track to be the one that I'm playing, there should be some whirls or sound coming out of here now. And I can turn that volume up and down here with this fader. It's pretty cool.
On the schedule.
You are now.
Alright, well,
okay.
You select all your MIDI clips or your audio clips, whatever. Then you go down, click down here, wherever, to get, you know, this view, whatever it is. I'm not the greatest teacher ever. But make sure the L is selected for launch mode. Select legato and set the quantization to like whatever you want, quarter notes or eighth note. And what legato mode does is actually plays back all the clips in real time. So instead of just the one clip being selected playing through, all of these are playing through at the same time. So then what you can do is actually like build kind of like variations on parts. So
That's mad awesome. This is Brian. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for putting up with my interrogation.